Today's kind of been like an interesting day. I mean, I haven't actually done much, but it's a day. Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. Hello if you're new. My name is Ashley, and I like to say that I make book content videos, but then I disappear for a while, and then I come back and I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna stay, and then I disappear for a while. But I think this time it's real. I think this time I'm staying, just because I want that creative outlet. I want to kind of just enjoy the aspect of filming, of talking to you guys, and then editing, and then making this video and posting it. All of that good stuff. So today, I basically don't even know what the video is about. I don't even know what the video is about. I just wanted to film a video. I just wanted to like put myself in a position to film a video. And so now I'm here.
I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
I guess we can talk about the books that I've read in the year. A little debrief on my reading journey. Update on my 2026 reading journey. That is perfect. That's what we'll call it. Let's just get into talking about that. I feel bad because I'm not going to have like the book background, like my bookshelf background. We're just going to be talking like face to face. Let me open up my Goodreads. Where's my Goodreads? Why can't I find that? Okay, so my 2026 reading journey has been kind of shit. It's sad because I wanted to read a lot more this year. I haven't been doing that. And I'm not too hard on myself about it because I am a full-time college student, got a lot going on, but I know that there is more reading that can be done. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna like doom scroll or whatever and be on Instagram for way longer than I need to be. And in that time, I could be reading. So it's really like I have to just like hold myself accountable for these things and read if I want to read. No, not read if I want to read. Read because I have time to read and there's so many books that I want to read. Okay, so let's talk about the books that I have read. My challenge is to read 15 books in 2026. It is literally the bare minimum for me. It is a lot. It's a good amount of books. I know it's not average to read 15 books in a year, but compared to my previous goals of like 50 books, it feels minimum to me, and I gave myself the 15 book goal on purpose so it can feel a little bit more achievable. I had to like narrow it down to these baby step kind of goals because the previous years when I was trying to aim big for these huge goals, but then like also like I said, dealing with college and life and everything else, it was just kind of hard to like keep on track with what I wanted to do for that. Baby goals, we're gonna see if I can make those baby goals, and then I can bump the goal up if I want to in the future, but right now it's 15 books and that's about it. So it is April 18th while I'm filming this video, and I've read 3 books. I've read 3 books of 15. It's depressing. It's depressing because I can't believe that I've only read 3 books. I guess it's like 1 book a month. That's still sad to me because I feel like I can read so much more. Like, I believe in myself. I just have to do it. This video is really just going to be me holding myself accountable and you guys just like watching if you want to watch. If you like need something on in the background to listen to, here I am. Hi. Let's talk about the books that I did read. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. So I, on this account, on this channel, will never ever give hate to an author. Never. Because, you know, I know how hard it is to be an author. Unless they are very controversial, then I will, you know, put those words out there that I agree on the hatred towards certain authors. This specific author is not one that's for me. She's not my cup of tea. They're not my cup of tea because Christina Lauren is actually 2 friends who write together. I found that out after reading my first book by them. It's not that their books are bad. It's that I expect the ending and then that happens. So I guess that's partially on me. And then like I expect a little bit more explanation as to like getting to the ending. I think like when it comes to writing the end of the book, like the third quarter of the book, it just kind of falls off for me. How did we jump from like this crisis at the climax to like the falling action, and we're getting like no explanation, and then we get to the resolution and it's like, how the hell did we end up here? We don't even know because there's like barely any explanation. I read In a Holidays by Christina Lauren back in December, yeah, for Christmas time. Fun fact, I accidentally washed that book. Yeah, I'm gonna insert photos here. I had a lot of my clothes ruined. I was really depressed because I accidentally, so I have like a box of books that I need to bring to my favorite used bookstore, and I had them in my closet, and I guess I knocked one of the books into my laundry basket on accident. And then I was like in a rush doing laundry, dumped the laundry basket in the washing machine. And when I go later on to put those clothes in the dryer, I'm like, what the hell is all this stuff on my clothes? It's like, it looks like feathers are everywhere on my clothes because it's shredded fine pieces of paper all over my clothes. I have this one like jacket, like it is like a magnet for anything lint and feather-like, and so paper was all over it because, mind you, all the clothes were wet as well. The book was destroyed. I'm glad I didn't put it in the dryer. Like, I'm glad I realized before I was putting my clothes in the dryer, because then I was taking my time. Like, when I came back to put my clothes in the dryer, I actually decided to take my time this time. I was in a rush when I put them in the washing machine. I was kind of upset because I was like, not only did this just ruin a lot of my clothes, but I already didn't enjoy reading this book. Like, it wasn't a book that I would recommend. There's a lot of reasons why. Unless you really, really like holiday books. It's just taken me some time to get into holiday books the way that I want to. And that was like another attempt at me trying to read a holiday book, and then I didn't like it, and then I accidentally freaking washed the book. So yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that one. And then I already owned Love in Other Words, and so in like the end of December I decided to start it, and I read it continuing on to January, so I kind of started off my year reading this book, and it wasn't bad either. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I finished this book January 10th, so I think it took me like 10 days to read it, which isn't too bad, but part of me wishes it took shorter. It's okay. I'm not gonna be upset about it. But let's move on to the second book out of the 3 books that I've read this year. The next book that I read was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I had this book for a while. I ended up reading it finally, and I actually really did enjoy it. I think for a YA romance, which YA is so underrated. Sometimes I do love like young adult novels. But for a YA romance, this was really, really good. I freaking loved the writing. I loved each character's like personality. The characterization in this book is so strong, and I would recommend it just for that. Like, if you want characters who you're going to be thinking about after the book is over with, Better Than the Movies is that book. She's that girl. Did I accidentally take away my rating? Yeah. Anyway, I rated it 4 stars. It was a really, really good book. Like I said, I had a great time reading it. I honestly am gonna miss the characters. I still miss the characters. I can see myself rereading it. But yeah, if you're into young adult, this is definitely a very strong young adult book, so I would recommend that. If young adult isn't your thing, I don't recommend checking it out because you can tell that it is young adult. But yeah, I really have nothing bad to say about Better Than the Movies. I honestly want to read more Lynn Painter books. I own another Lynn Painter book, The Do-Over, and I have to read that one. I haven't read it yet. But I definitely would recommend this book. That's what it is. It's rom-com heavy. This is like such a rom-com of a book that I love it. Because like I feel like I haven't like read a lot of books where I've read it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a rom-com. Emily Henry is like my favorite author for stuff like that, but Lynn Painter is really good for like young adult novels for that. So if that's your vibe, if that's what you're looking for, I really, really enjoyed that. So I recommend it. Last book that I've read this year. This book was called Picking Daisies on Sundays by Leanna Kincati, and this book wasn't bad. This book was really, really good. I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the pacing, I enjoyed the way the story was told. I really enjoyed a lot about this book. This one, again, I gave a 4-star, just like Better Than the Movies. My ratings are really generous, you guys. If I have a good time reading a book, it's gonna be like a genuinely good rating. If there's like some stuff that gives me an ick, then we're gonna bump down to like 3 stars. And then if I absolutely cannot fathom the book, it's like at 2 and 1 stars. But that's like me and my rating system. But I think I wrote a little review on Fable. If you guys are on Fable, if that's like your type of thing, I have an account. I want to post on there a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and put my little app for Fable and for Goodreads down there. So if you guys want to check me out, and we can communicate on there as well. I want this to feel like a book club, you know? I want us to connect on like on a deeper level, you know? Review on Fable says, I had this book on my shelf for years now, and I honestly have no idea why it took me so long to read it. As much as I grew frustrated with the female main character's actions, it sort of made sense for the type of character she was. She didn't have the confidence in herself, and she finds it throughout the book, which makes it sweeter to read, which is true. I also liked the lack of spice in this book. It's refreshing to read a romance that focuses on how the person makes you feel rather than how physically attracted the characters are to each other. I can definitely see myself rereading this book in the future. It holds a weird nostalgic factor. It sort of reminds me of classic rom-coms, which is the best kind of rom-com. I love spice in a book. I do. Sometimes it makes it even more interesting when you know the characters are going to bring it to that level, you know? But sometimes I feel like certain books are just like overly spicy, and I'm like, if that's your thing, go ahead, you know? But sometimes I like to read about like the connection that these people had. This book had like a lot of great build-up. When they had their moments together, it was very like sweet and natural, I feel like. That was the last book that I read in 2026 so far. I have a lot of other reading goals. Like I said, I have the 15 books. I've been getting into more sapphic romances for personal reasons. Right now I'm reading Written in the Stars by, I want to say this right, so let me look at the Kindle and see what we're talking about. Oh, this is book 1. There's another one? Where's the second one? Oh, okay. This is a whole thing. Okay, Written in the Stars was published in 2020. I just found that out. But this is by Alexandria Bellaflower. I feel like I said that really wrong. It is such a cute book, and I freaking love these 2 characters. Darcy and Elle are just so adorable. They're so adorable. I am eating up everything about this book. I literally started it, I think, the day before yesterday, and I'm already like halfway, like 60% into the book. But yeah, I totally love these 2 characters. I unintentionally read 3 fake relationship books span of a couple of months. Out of the books that I've read, all of them are like fake dating trope relationships, which is fun. I don't think Love in Other Words was fake dating. Yeah, no, I don't think that was. I low-key am starting to forget the plot of that already. I literally read stuff, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, what did I just read? Did I actually read that? I don't remember the plot. So that's kind of how I am with Love in Other Words. It was like in January. I'm forgetting things that happen. Better Than the Movies has fake dating. What was the other one? Picking Daisies on Sundays has fake dating. And Written in the Stars has fake dating. And I'm not like a hater of the fake dating trope. I actually do enjoy it, but I think it's the fact that like now this is like the 3rd book in a row of me reading fake dating trope. So I really think after this I'm gonna have to find like a different trope to read. I am in my like romance book era. I read them before, but I was always like more of a contemporary fiction like nerd, you know? I love contemporary fiction, and I think I still will continuously love contemporary fiction, but the only problem with it right now is it's not really capturing my interest as much. I need something like sweet and fuzzy and fun to read, because I'm already reading a lot for school, for work, for everything else. So I think romance is kind of giving me that sweet and fuzzy, like feeling like I'm sitting down and watching a TV show, you know, kind of feel. I think I'm just gonna vibe out with whatever I'm enjoying and not like be too hard on myself about which subject to read and whatever. That's what I've been reading now, and I've been really enjoying it, and it was nice to like have a little video, talk to you guys about my goals and my plans for the reading year. And I want to do a lot more of these just because, like I said, this feels like a great creative outlet. It feels nice to like talk about my opinions on these books and stuff. And please remember, every time you watch my channel or anybody else's book channel, that these opinions that we express on the internet about these books are personal opinions. You are absolutely allowed to like the things that I don't like. So please remember that when you watch these videos. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I hope you guys continue to have a beautiful day. If you liked this video, if you like my vibe, subscribe. I'm not rhyming on purpose. I just bought a planner for 2026 in April. Yeah, I just bought a planner. That's like 3 months wasted already. But I'm going to start writing down which days I want to post and what video ideas I want to film, so then it can kind of be a rapid posting method. I'm aiming for once a week. I'm not a twice a week video person right now, just because I got school and work and everything else. But if I can keep up with once a week, that would be great. Let's see if I keep my promise this time, you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to see more of me, just follow, just subscribe. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram and see a little bit more content on there, I post about the books I'm reading and stuff. My accounts are all linked in the description. Stay positive and stay beautiful. Bye. Mwah.